What's up, boys? Welcome back to the East Arkansas Storm Dynasty. Episode number 3. If you missed last episode, you missed 3 truly heartbreaking losses. Episode 1, we took 2 dubs against FCS East and Arkansas. Then last game, we lose to Navy by 3 points, we lose to Memphis by 7, and we lose to Arkansas State by 1. We were in all 3 of these games. We had chances to win, and we just couldn't get it done in the clutch. We really couldn't get it done. And so now we're looking to bounce back as we get more conference games in this episode. We're going to play North Texas, USF, and UTSA all in this episode. So yeah, let's get right into it. Before we hop into our first game against North Texas, let's go ahead and take a look at our recruiting board. As I simmed the week after the Arkansas State game, and I forgot to record it, but we landed our first recruit at East Arkansas, Lynn Duggar, tight end out of Mississippi. Now, we didn't do any scouting on him simply because we didn't have the points to do it at the time. But we bring him in over South Alabama, who is going after him hard, and that'll be a good get for our tight end room. Now, Joy just went on a visit to Mississippi State. He just went on a visit. And so there's a chance we can bounce back and get ahead of Mississippi State before he commits, but it's going to be tough. And just like last episode, we're still dealing with play styles. The play styles and just like last episode, we are still dealing with some recruits having play style deal breakers. Like Rick Willingham is the quarterback we want for the future. I mean, this guy looks incredible as a true freshman, especially being a 3-star. We need to find a way to figure out how to fix these playing style deal breakers. We got to a C for the offensive linemen. So the offensive linemen are back. We can recruit them again, so that's why we got points. We're about to put points back on Willie Sisk. Because we need offensive line help, for sure. Now, we've got defensive deal breakers as well, because last game against Arkansas State, Jalen Rayner almost passed for 600 yards on us. And these defensive guys' playing style is giving up passing yards per game. So that last game against Arkansas State tanked our playing styles for most of these defensive players, and so that's why they've locked us out. So not only do we have to fix our offensive play styles, we have to fix our defensive play styles as well. And then the rest of the recruiting board is guys that aren't getting recruited by any other schools that we have offers on, but there's no point in wasting points on these guys when we don't need to. So that's why we still have points unused as of right now. But like we're trying to the biggest thing for our recruiting is we got to fix these play styles, because a lot of these guys that we want are defensive backs, and then we obviously need a quarterback. So I think the biggest thing in this episode is trying to get these play styles fixed. We've got to get better when it comes to pass defense, and we've got to throw the ball. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. I really don't, but this is what the recruiting's looking like for now. I'm going to save these points that we have extra because we don't need to spend them right now. So we're just going to keep them and have them in case we need to spend them next week. But let's go ahead and get into our next game against North Texas. We're going to go ahead and get into our game against North Texas. We are going to rock the white helmet, white pants, and blue jerseys for this game. Got to throw on the white cleats. I like this combo. Let's go ahead and get into it. We are here at East Arkansas as the Storm look to take on the North Texas Mean Green. As we've got a nice day for football out here. Finally not a night game, and we didn't get rain. Very surprising. So far in College Football 26 Dynasty, if you've played it, you know 80% of the games you play are rain games. Doesn't really go with what we need. We need them to keep the ball on the ground. as they fumble, and we've got the ball. First play of the game, we've got the ball. The quarterback tried to run for it, and we pop him, and we get the ball. He had a couple interceptions in crunch time that we can't have, as Spence takes the little sit-down hitch route all the way to the end zone. I wasn't even, like, clocking what was happening because I thought he was going to get tackled. But Anders dumps it off to Spence as they bring pressure. He gets it out quick, and he is able to run it all the way into the end zone. And we're going to go up 7-0, less than a minute into the game. Now we're going to see if we can replicate what our defense did on the first play of the drive last time. And we're going to give up a bomb first play. They're going to pass for 71, almost 71 yards. The complete opposite of how their drive started last time. And that's exactly what we don't need. We got to stop giving up passing yards. Can we keep them out of the end zone? They're looking to throw underneath. The quarterback's looking to get out. We almost bring him down again, but he gets the pass away. But we're going to hold him to a field goal here. After giving up the big bomb on the first play of this drive and then holding them out of the end zone, I will take that. We will take that. 7-3. Now, we do need to pass the ball to get our play styles back up, but we can't rely on it every single play. Otherwise, we are not going to be able to pass the ball. As King gets us all the way down to the 48-yard line. One rush, 23 yards. And they're bringing pressure again. They are getting straight through our offensive line. Very, very easily. I don't know if our kicker can hit this. And I kind of would rather just go for it anyways. Max protect. In case they bring more pressure, and they do. We're going to try and hit Brant on the corner. They play it well. And we're going to give the ball back to them. But they're on the 33, so it's not... They're not going to have crazy good field position. Oh, we whiff. And they're down to the 1. Really. Like when it comes to trying to stop the pass. Like I don't know what's best. As they get in, and they're going to have a lead. They are going to go up 10-7 after this extra point. As they are shredding our defense early and often. Okay, 1st and 10. I'm going to try and make something happen. Ha! Okay. We were just down 10-7. We're about to be down 17-7. We're going to try and hit that slant. And, you know... It is what it is, I guess. This is a good start, huh? It went from being the best start you could have in a game to might be the worst start to a game we've had all year. And we are 4th down again. We're going to continue to go for it because we are down 10. And we are across. I did not see that corner or safety coming to help on the other side. And he nails it down at the 1. I don't think he meant to, but he nails it down at the 1, and we're bringing the house. If we get burnt, we get burnt. And they get it out quick. He's going to hit him wide open, yeah. I knew he had that pocket over there, and he hit it perfectly. We might have to call a timeout here. We're going to man up. We're going to get toasted, but we're going to man up. Yeah. Yeah. And we're going to be down 24-7. Well, there's the end of the first quarter, and the first minute of the game was very good for us. And then after that, Domination. We have given up 242 passing yards in 1 quarter. I mean, a lot of game left, obviously. But, I mean, just nobody blocks. Nobody's blocking. And from our side of the 50, we might as well just go ahead and punt it. I mean, I'm not saying it's fully over. I don't think we're gonna win. That's all I'm gonna say is I don't know if we're gonna win. They're gonna take off. We're not fast enough, and they are in again. They are in again. There's a chance this is a very quick game, and we're going to play it out till halftime. At halftime, we're going to assess the situation, and you will either see, the second half, or are going to cut straight to the end of the game because no sense for both of us to sit through, well, that's just the worst pass you could have ever thrown. But as I was saying, there's no sense for us both, me and you, to sit through this. We just don't have any time to get the ball away. Can Osborne outrun him? He can, but he drops it. And he's wide open. And they are into the end zone again. Okay, 38-7. I think they came out with the better scheme. We've gotten out-coached. Can he make this throw? What a throw. See if we can just get a little halfback toss to Dylan, our power halfback, and if we can get outside and get in. Great blocks. Dylan is going to get in. We put up more points. To say we are still in it or, have a chance to get back in it, still a little bit of a stretch as we are down 24 points. I don't know. I'm not a football coach. I'm not obviously like football, but I'm not I'm not a coach. I don't know how to scheme. I don't know what the scheme should be against this offense, but we get a stop. We didn't give up a touchdown. Only a field goal. And they're going to go 41-14, reverse score here in East Arkansas. I highly doubt it, but you never know. We got King on the corner route, catches it in stride, and we're going to score on the first play. We are going to go 80 yards on the first play. King was wide open on the corner route. Anders floats it out there to him. And it is 41-21. If we can keep them in bounds, we can keep them from getting a field goal before half. We get the pick. We prevent them from getting any points before half. And that's the replacement safety Guzman with the interception. We hit their quarterback as he throws, and we make the pick, and now we got to avoid getting a safety at the 1. We're going to get out, and we're going to let this clock run to halftime. Now, it's halftime. We're down 20 points. I think I'm going to stop the recording. And if we get into it, I'll pick it back up. If not, I will see you at the end of the game. Well, we are at the end of the game. We put up 3 points in the second half. We got beat 58-24. Just a pure domination from North Texas. Yeah, let's go ahead and get on to next week because we got to forget about that one. That was really bad. We're on to week 7 as we are on a 4-game losing streak. Let's go ahead and check at our recruiting board before we hop into the game. Now, Willingham's into his top 3 somehow, even though the playing style is still not good enough, but we are up to a D. We need a C minus. And let's take a look at how close we are to a C minus. We're not super close. Obviously, we're much closer to D minus than C minus. Yeah. Yeah. I think Joy's going to go to Mississippi State, but we're going to keep points on him just in case. You never know. Fortin, I think we should get because Vandy's not going to have him on campus for a while. So that's good. Now, I think Jamie Garbutt's going to Mississippi State, especially with the deal breaker. We're just going to go ahead and remove him because it ain't happening. Sisk, we're the only person that's offered. Savage and Butcher. Butcher, we should be fine. Savage, I don't think we're going to be fine, but we're going to keep him out there just in case. The rest of these guys still haven't received any other offers. Best got another offer, so we're going to take these 10 off him and throw 50 on him. Hand, we're still the only offer. Blades got another offer, so we're going to take 10 off him and throw 50 on him. We can take all the O-line help we can get. Still trying to get into the top 8 for Hammer. We should be able to next week, I would think. And the rest of these guys, we are either just don't have the deal breaker or we're number 1 or the only player or only team that's offered them. Now, we do have points left over and we have spots on our recruiting list, but I want to save some room for the transfer portal. I don't want to get 35 high school guys because transfer portal is the best way to improve your team year by year. So that's what these extra spaces are going towards. So we're just focused on these guys because I think we have a good chance once we get their deal breakers back to where they need to be. All right, we're going to jump into our 7th game of the season. We are in a 4-game losing streak. 4 games in a row. Not looking good. We're going to rock this combo. Here we are again at East Arkansas. We're going to try and have we're going to try and compete a little bit better than we did last week. Throw the ball again or look for Anders on the scramble. We've got Spence underneath and he's got room to run. Spence is down to the 16. We're going to go design QB run for Anders. See if our blocks can pick up those guys. See if we can put this thing in the end zone. And we do. Anders scrambles into the end zone, and we are up early in the first quarter. We went up early in the first quarter last game as well. Hopefully this one doesn't backfire on us. And we keep it on the ground to start. As I don't know where our defense was looking. He runs into his own guy. But it doesn't matter, and they are gone on the first play of their try. I don't know. I've got no words for our defense. I've got no words. The only good thing I can say was that it wasn't a passing touchdown. It ain't got to be pretty. It's just got to work. We're trying to establish the running game. It's just not really working. We somehow get that pitch out to Osborne for no gain. We didn't fumble it, and that's the most important thing. And it was we face another 3rd down. Hendricks beat his man, and we've got the touchdown. Hendricks beat his man off the line. They tried to press him, and he gets the touchdown. We respond with a good drive again. We're going to go up 14-7, 12 plays, 79 yards. 3rd and 12. Can we get them off the field? I was trying to play it. I played it too shallow with Holder, and Brown fits it right over our head. Let's bring a little pressure, see if that helps. And they, of course, they throw it when we bring pressure. We come up and they break a tackle. They're still going. He breaks like 4,000 tackles and gets into the end zone, and USF have tied this game up. Wow. Wow. We've got a tie game again. We're going to take this to the end of the first quarter. Another exciting first quarter. At least this game, it's for both sides, as we're tied 14-14 after the first. We're going to hit Brant underneath. He's got to make a guy miss. He does, but they're there to bring him down at the 4. And Osborne over the top into the end zone. We've got the lead again. They try to block it, but we go up 21-14. Another 14-play drive, 76 yards. 2nd and 7 from the 49. Can we bring him down? No way he gets away from us again and gets the first down. How do we not bring him down? They hand it off. Holder tries to come up and make the tackle, and they run for the 3rd down. Alvin Isaac, 5 carries, 105 yards. Kind of drift out to go cover the receivers, and it leaves the middle of the field wide open. Brown stiff arming into the end zone. Byron Brown absolutely dominated that drive with his legs. And Osborne again up the middle. Risky pass, but Pace holds on to it, and we've got a 3rd and 2 here. If we can pick this up on the ground. And he's got a hole, and King tries to get to the outside, but we're down to the 18. Good run from King there. And Osborne is wide open in the end zone. Anders finds him, and we go up again. Osborne has been our best player so far today. I will say Anders has thrown the ball very, very well. But Osborne's been able to run, and he makes the touchdown grab as we go up 28-21. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to have a chance to go down and get more points before half. And we've got King on the out route, and he drops it. It wasn't the best pass from Anders, but King drops it. And we're at the 37, and our kicker cannot hit from here. So we're going to go for it. If we punt it, it only makes a difference by about 20 yards, maybe, with a good punt. And so I'd rather just have a chance to go for it. We got Brant, and we convert on 4th. Huge throw from Anders. Even better catch from Brant as we keep the drive alive. As much as we want to throw the ball and go for this touchdown, guaranteeing points is the best way to do the best thing we can do. But Osborne with a good run down to the 8. And they take their first timeout. We're going to go quarterback run with Anders. See how these blocks set up. And King makes a decent block, and we get down to the 6. They take another timeout. If they keep taking timeouts, we can keep running the ball instead of trying to force something in there through the air, which I like better, as Osborne is into the end zone. And we are about to take a 14-point lead. We are up 35-21 with a minute to go before half. And they've got them wide open. They're down to the 14-yard line. No timeouts, though. They can't stop the clock. So if we can keep them out of the end zone inbounds, but they're going to spike the ball. They're going to spike the ball to stop the clock with 20 seconds to go. I would love to prevent a touchdown. If we can keep them from scoring a touchdown, we'll call that a success. And we're going to come up and make the tackle with Holder. And it's 3rd down. And they're not going to spike it. They're going to run a play. 7 seconds. Keep them out of the end zone. Brown's going to run. He's going to reach for it, and he's down at the 2. Are they going to have time? They're going to run a play. They're going to try and snap it, but that's halftime. By the grace of the good Lord above, we get out of that without allowing points, and we are up 35-21 at halftime. That was the most chaotic minute drive before half you'll ever see. But our offense is playing out of their minds right now. Another play action. Again, they're attacking these deep middles on the field. And I had the shorter route covered with Holder, but he just throws it over our head. They're trying to run the ball. Jacobson's there to tackle him. Play underneath. Keep them out of the end zone here. I don't know if we can, but we're going to try. They're handing it off. And we keep them out of the end zone somehow. Third and goal from the 3-yard line. They've got the running back in motion. They flip it out to him, and we're there to make the tackle. Fourth and goal from the 6, and they're going to try and take their 3 points. It's not a guarantee from this close. And he misses it. They get no points. Our defense comes up huge in the red zone, and we prevent any points. We couldn't go up the middle. Now, Max King is a freshman, and as you just saw, his career wear and tear is already low, which is not good. But we've got another third down. But again, Brant, he's always there when we need him. Osborne breaks a tackle, just gets back to the line of scrimmage. No, I did not think that was the route Osborne was running, but he makes the catch. I did not. That's not at all what I thought was going to happen. But he catches it, and we got a 3rd and 1 from the 3. We're going to give it to him. He can't get the first. Now, we could take our 3 and go up 3 possessions, but we want to put this game, I don't want to say out of reach because it's definitely not out of reach, but the bigger lead we can have, the better. And Anders led it just a little too much. He led it just a little too much, and now it is 1st and goal for USF from the 4, and we are bringing the heat. And they hand it off, but they get to the outside. They're looking to test hard and deep, and they miss it. 4th and 7. We get the ball back. Our defense holds. We've got our 3rd string running back on this corner route, and that was just never going to work, was it? Never going to work, and we're punting the ball back to USF. We tried to shoot the gap with Holder, and we couldn't do it. And they convert another 3rd down. Oh, brother, this has been the story of the season. We just cannot get anybody off the field. And Brown coughs up the ball, and we've got it. I knew eventually Brown would cough up the football, and we take over. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. We're up 35-21. He tries to fight. It's 4th and 1 from our own 46. As bad as I want to go for it, the smart thing to do is to just punt this ball away as badly as I wanted to go for it here. They handed off a 3rd time in a row. And they're going to break this for a touchdown. Unless we can bring him down. And he throws us off, but we bring him down at the 3. Even if they get in here, making them run another play definitely helps. As they do. They get in. And they're going to make it a 35-28 game. And we're going to get the ball back with just over 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. If we can get close to the first down here, we might go for it. And we're going to pick it up. Brant, of course, who else would it be? Brant catches it as we convert. We can live with it. He gets it away to avoid the sack. And we're going to take our field goal. Well, we're going to try and take our field goal. See if we can hit this. And we hit it. And we go up, what, 38-28? Yes, 38-28. They're going to hand it off. And they're saying it's 4th and inches. The refs are saying it is 4th and inches. We're bringing pressure. If they throw it, we might be in trouble. They're going to hand it off, and we're there. And we take over at the 24-yard line. We can see the wear and tear. We knew that was coming. But it's okay. And Faulkner, our fullback, has been running the ball so well. But this is more, I would say this is almost more of a design scramble. At least I thought it was. But Brant makes the catch. Forget the scramble. Forget anything. We are putting the nail in the coffin, and Brant does just that. 2nd and 4 from their own 27. 3 minutes to go in this game. I just don't know if they have enough time to make a comeback here. Especially not that Jacobson plays that perfectly, and we get the ball. Jacobson with the interception. So we snap it. And they're going to stop us 4th and 8. But that's it. We are going to let this clock run all the way down. And we're going to snap our 4-game losing streak as we take down USF 45-28. And that should do it. We snap our 4-game losing streak finally. Finally, as we win this one 45-28. Let's look at these stats. Cam Anders, 33 for 41, 312 yards, 3 tutties. Cam Anders with a near perfect day through the air. He did everything we could have asked him to do. On the ground, Osborne, 30 for 123 and 2 tutties. King could not get it going on the ground today. Anders ran for 59 yards and a touchdown as well. Receiving, Brant, 115 and a touchdown. Osborne had a touchdown catch. Osborne and Anders are the true MVPs of this game. On the defensive side of the ball, we had 1 interception from Jacobson, 1 sack from George, half a sack from Copeland and Lamb. And we also had a forced fumble from Brian Hutchinson. Clutch. They were driving, and he forces the fumble, and we take over, and we are able to walk away with a big victory against USF, who was 3-0 in conference before this. We are going to go ahead and get into week number 8 following the huge victory against USF. Okay, we are here in week 8. We're facing UTSA on the road. We're going to look at our recruiting first. Enjoy commits to Mississippi State. I kind of figured that was going to happen. So it is what it is, unfortunately. Proximity to home is his deal breaker, and he's from Mississippi. Willingham, we are up to a D+. We are trending in the right direction. Hopefully we have another good game through the air. We can potentially get back to a C- to where we can get Willingham to commit. He still has no other offers. So we got to get this done fast. Fortin, we're getting very, very close here. Unfortunately, we cannot hard sell him on anything. We could bring him in for a visit, but we could bring him in on the week 10 bye, and I don't hate that. We're actually gonna go ahead and schedule him for the week 10 bye, and we can do proximity to home, which is not bad. Sisk, we're the only offer. We're doing fine there. The defensive guys with the playing style, it's just not gonna happen. Which is why somebody like Best, who's a defensive guy that cares about something other than playing style, we have to get. Butcher, we're almost back up with the offensive playing styles. The rest of these guys, like I said, we're still the only offer that they have. Now, I'm going to throw points on these defensive guys that don't care about playing style, because we've got to make sure we bring these guys in. I know there's a couple more that I could put points onto, but if we can get a D-tackle, a linebacker, and a corner, and we've got a free safety down here, another corner, and then these two guys playing style, I just doubt it we're going to be able to get. But we're going to leave them up there just in case something crazy happens. But recruiting, we're looking okay. I don't know really how to feel, because a lot of these guys are just still, just slowly making their way down, and we're the only offer that they have. And so we're kind of just at a waiting game at this point. But that's where we are recruiting. Let's go ahead and jump into this game versus UTSA. Okay, we're going to go play UTSA on the road. No. Let's rock the black helmet with the black pants. I like that. And we are here at UTSA. They play in a dome, which I love. I love playing in domes. I wish you could choose a dome generic stadium for a team builder, but unfortunately you cannot. We're facing a 3rd and 8 early in this game. See if we can pick it up. Brant drops it. If he holds on, he might be able to turn the corner and get the first, but he drops it, and we're going to have to punt. And George is going to get there to break. George is going to bring him down in the backfield for the sack. I couldn't get the words out there. And we're going to get the ball right back. Second play. Anders is just going to try and get out of the pocket here. Just throw it away. Nothing was open. They had a QB spy. And we're going to put the ball right back. We're going to bring pressure here on 2nd and 2. See if we can blow something up in the backfield, force a 3rd down. They run it, but they keep it with the quarterback, and he could be gone. Holder trying to catch up, and he cannot, and McCown runs it 80-something yards. Owen McCown. Oh, brother. We're down 7-0. I did not see the safety floating over top. I'll be so honest. I thought Osborne just had a step on the guy running with him, and I thought we were going to be able to float it over his head. And Brant drops it as we're going to punt the ball away again. They gave up the huge play, but it's okay. And we're there. We bring him down. Who was that? Steven George again? Steven George again. And we get the ball back. We're going to get out with Anders. He's going to get dragged down, but it's going to be 4th and 4 from the 42-yard line. We're going to go for it here. I mean, if we don't go for it, we're just going to punt it right back to him, and I'm sick of punting. And we bring him down, and we're going to force another punt. How many punts can there be in one quarter? Because I guarantee you we are breaking the record. We can't run the ball. We can't pass the ball, that's for sure. And we're going to have to punt it again. Their defense is stopping us from doing anything. They're going to throw it short, and we make the tackle. Are they going to punt again? They are. I mean, good Lord. How many punts has there been in this first quarter? This is ridiculous. And King gets to the outside. Max King is going to do it again. This is why we don't fair catch. If our offense can't do it, we've got to do it somewhere else, and Max King does it on special teams. Max King has been electric on punt return, and he gets us back into this ball game. As they have toasted us over the top, can we bring them down? We can, but they're all the way down to the 12-yard line. And there's the end of the first quarter. 7-7, and one of the weirdest first quarters you'll ever see. And McCown takes off up the middle, and he's into the end zone again. Owen McCown has ran for 2 touchdowns. Did not think he was going to take off and scramble, and sure enough, he does. And they're up 14-7. Because if we had made a really good throw and then got it called back with the penalty, I would have been even more upset. But Anders got a good scramble. I mean, King makes the catch, but it's 4th and 10 from the 45. I mean, no, we got to punt. We got to punt. The smart play is to punt here. This is what it just said. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do good things for our play styles. And they are going to throw this. They're going to bomb it up, and Harding gets mossed. He just got absolutely mossed and then thrown to the ground. And there you go, up 21-7. Pace catches it and breaks the tackle. And he gets down to the 30. Nice play from Pace. As we actually have moved the ball decently well this drive. We find Pace underneath again. Makes a dude miss. Gets us down to the 17. As we've found some success throwing the ball so far on this drive. Now Anders has got plenty of space to scramble. Tries to make these guys miss. Doesn't, but he's down to the 3. Now we really probably shouldn't just let Anders take these hits. We should really just go down. But it doesn't matter. As Osborne gets us into the end zone, and finally our offense has life. We make it a 21-14 game. Is there a way to just manually QB contain? And we do. Jacobson busts through the line and makes the stop, and they're going to attempt a field goal. It should be a pretty easy for them one to make. A pretty easy one for them to make. And they miss it. They miss it. That makes that play even more huge. Get these guys on drags underneath. And Hendricks is open, but he gets tackled. Safety comes up and makes a nice play. But we're going for it. I don't care if we're at our own 39. Dude. Our defense works. And, oh my God, get across the line. Dude. Holy cow. Dude, he was across the line when I threw it. And then he comes back. Oh my God, it's so frustrating, bro. That's so frustrating. My luck is we're going to call a timeout now. 1 minute to go. They're going to line up for another field goal. The exact same distance. If they hit it, then it's like, me turning the ball over on downs. They miss it again. Literally nothing hurt. Their kicker misses 2 field goals from the exact same distance. I'm going to look to scramble with Anders here. Now we're going to call our second timeout. 31 seconds. Down to the 31. Anders up the middle. We're going to hurry back up to the line, try and run another play before we use our final timeout to kick a field goal. Just get it away. Honestly, the best thing that could have happened, because it stops the clock without us having to use our timeout. We can run another play trying to get a little bit closer. Now, okay, yeah. So the clock's running. We're going to call a timeout with just a couple seconds to go and kick a field goal. Call our last timeout, 2 seconds. We're going to kick this field goal, or try to kick this field goal. We're going to hit it, and we're going to go into halftime down 21-17. Our offense came alive in the second quarter. Our defense is playing decently well. We've just given up a couple big plays, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. It was one of them. I couldn't tell who, but I know it was one of them. And there's no way we give up that after we get the huge sack, bro. If they run it, hopefully we can stop them in the backfield. If not, we might be cooked. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if our defensive backs had any awareness, the one covering the inside slant could have maybe made a play on it, but, I don't expect a 62 overall to be able to do that. So, can't be too upset. McCown keeps it on the read option, and he is laid out, but he's down to the 11. Oh, the running back has been, they have ran the ball all over us, which I would much prefer than them passing. Maybe it helps us. We got an F playing style when it comes to giving up passing yards. I don't think anything's helping us at this point. I'll be so honest. And they get in. They're going to go up 28-17. Yeah. Pretty easy drive for them to go right down the field. Our defense didn't put up much of a fight. And honestly, the passing game has been the only thing that's somewhat worked today. As somehow Anders gets that ball out to Hendricks. So that's what we're going to keep rocking with, because we're down 11. So if something's working, we've got to go with it. Another good pass from Anders to Spence across the middle. As he's got Spence wide open. Can Spence make these guys miss? He can, and Spence into the end zone. Okay. Let's go. Coach is thinking about going for 2. I don't hate the idea, simply because, if we get it, we're down 3. If we don't get it, we're still down a touchdown. We need a touchdown to take the lead. So, it really doesn't matter. And we've got it. Pace makes the grab, and we're in. We're down 28-25. We play underneath. And we bring him down. Zach Copeland, freshman. That's a name I haven't seen all season, but he comes up with a huge sack to get us the ball back, and we have momentum. Thought we might have been able to get that out to him. No dice. 4th and 5. I really didn't realize that it was 4th and 5. Wasn't really paying attention, so unfortunately we were going for this, and we don't get it. I'll be so honest. I'm sure punt popped up on the coach suggestion. Didn't even cross my mind that it was actually 4th down. They're going to go short. We got to make a tackle. And we do. 4th and 4, and they're going to punt. They're going to punt. It's a decently long field goal, and we saw their kicker miss from 32. I guess Anders just threw it into the back of the offensive line. Now, I know it's 4th down this time, and I know we're going for it. We are going to be super, super aggressive here, and we're going to get it. Brant's got the catch. Decent block from the running back, and we are all the way down to the 20. And we're down to the end of the third quarter. We are still down 28-25, but we are driving. We are down to their 20-yard line. And he's got a step, and he holds on. Down to the 11-yard line. Oh, dude. It just feels like they know when we're trying to run the ball. But King, misdirection, King into the end zone. He cuts it back against the grain and gets us into the end zone, and we have the lead. We make the tackle. It's 4th and 1, and they're going to punt it. Good idea to do that when we know we can't. You know? Like there was a hole. There was a hole. Now, since we have the lead and we don't need to be super, super aggressive right now, we're going to punt. We're going to bring pressure again in case they run this ball. They don't. But we pick it off with Jacobson, and Jacobson's going to take it to the end zone. What a play by Jacobson. Keon Jacobson read the out routes and jumped it and gets the pick 6. What a play. And we're going to go up 39-28. They're driving. They're up to the 44. 6 minutes to go in this game. Play action. We tried to jump. We tried to cut it off. Floated over our head, and they're all the way down to the 7. They're down to the 7-yard line. And we get the pick. Blake makes the pick. Oh, my goodness. The defense has stepped up so big in the last few minutes of this fourth quarter. We've got a 3rd and 9 from the 45. I'd love to pick it up, but it's not the end of the world if we don't. Brant makes the catch. He's across the 50 to the other 49. But we're going to go ahead and punt. Now, it's not over, but we're in a good position. They're going deep, and they've got a step. They go short to the running back. He's down to the 3. 2.5 minutes left in this game. They're down to the 3-yard line. McCown gets into the end zone. He gets into the end zone, and they're going for 2 here. They're going for 2 to make this a 3-point game. They're wide open. I think that was my responsibility. They make it a 39-36 game. And we're facing a 3rd and 10. If we don't get this, we're going to have to give them the ball back. We get hit as we try to throw. And we're going to have to punt them this ball back with 2 minutes to go in this game. I really did think this game was over. It is unfortunately very not over. And we get the sack. Jensen Lamb gets the sack. A huge play from Lamb. As it's 4th and 13, this is the ball game. And they dump it off to the running back, and they convert. I thought we were going to get there, and we didn't, and they get the first down. 2nd and 1 from the 43-yard line. They're going back to the air. They've got the running back. And they are well into field goal range, down to the 21-yard line. 1:10 left. This is not good. We bring them down. 2nd and 6 from the 17-yard line. They hand it off, and they're into the end zone. They are into the end zone, and they have the lead. They're going to go up 43-39. We need a touchdown in 50 seconds. We throw it short. Clock is running 40 seconds. We get it away. Incomplete. 3rd and 5. 36 seconds. This is where we wish we had a burner. I said it all game, but if we had one, right now would be the time for it. We got Pace, though, and he gets out of bounds. Huge. Good throw from Anders. Pace gets out of bounds. 32 seconds at the 45. We've got Brant. We're going to take our second timeout. We're down to the 35-yard line. We have 1 timeout and 25 seconds. I kind of wish Brant dropped that. Clock is running. We've got 15 seconds. Get lined up, snap it. We've probably got 2 plays. We're going to throw it up deep to Hendricks in the end zone. And it's dropped. 6 seconds to go from the 35-yard line. We've got to go for the end zone here. It's not the end zone, and there's no time. He makes the catch, but there's no time. And we lose. 43-39. Owen McCown dominated us. Well, unfortunately, that game got flipped on its head pretty quickly. McCown, 500 yards, 2 picks, 2 tuds. And then on the ground, he ran for 73, and he had 3 rushing touchdowns. We could not stop Owen McCown today. Now for us, Anders threw for 358 and a touchdown on the ground. He ran for 79. King had a touchdown. Osborne had a touchdown. But, our defense played out of their minds. Lamb, 3.5 sacks. George, 2.5 sacks. Copeland with a sack. Herrera with the sack. Blake and Jacobson with the pick. Jacobson with the pick 6. But it really was our offense at the beginning of the game. We couldn't get anything going. We were down 21-7 early. And then they just came back in the 4th. We're going to go ahead and sim to week 9. What a deflating loss. Just a tough loss. Jacobson wins Player of the Week. He wins National Player of the Week as well. As we are 3-5. Tough way to end the episode, but that's going to do it for episode 3. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all you watching it, especially if you made it to the end. I appreciate you, but I will see you next time.